It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see this team's versatile linebacker. He's been a constant presence in the middle with 65 tackles so far. We can hardly wait for the start of this one, and it's all up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 of 5 before that. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. But you look at this defense, they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Hamlin, and he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. Hamlin. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hamlin, and a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And on now is the punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they get off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And they'll send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Back to throw now on first down. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. The end result, 21 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff as they run left side. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
When you look at this defense,
this unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. In motion goes the tight end. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he comes into this final weekend of the season as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to end his strong campaign on a high note. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again. And he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Now the try here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And getting this just shy of midfield, is spotted at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will knot us up at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half.
Now a 3rd and 6.
The slot man in motion right. He'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Now back to throw. It's complete to Hopkins.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That is caught at the 7. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graves. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
11 yards there, first down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent, because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They go play action here on first down.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And, boy, he did it there.
51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Up the middle they go. Hamlet. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll set up a throw. Incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And His guys have made this a one-score game now.
So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw again. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
That is caught. Touchdown! A great effort there. 37 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone.
It got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And a huge play that time. 46 yards. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. On first down, Hamlet, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Second and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hamlet, and just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Graves. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it fourth down. And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Now a 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They're going to look to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped them there, but not to be. 2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra.
Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 60 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for our visitors, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on